Welcome, beautiful yogis, and Happy New Year. We are starting again. Some of us haven't done yoga for a little bit, so welcome back to your body. It's going to feel good to have a little stretch and a breathe together. And in this Love Your Life class, we'll start off with some warm-ups, stretch lower back, get the breath flowing, and then we'll progress to stronger poses. And as it's pouring with rain here, I would really like to do a little Surya Namaskar so that we can see the sun again. Although I know that the rain in California is more than welcomed. So lovely to see you come in. We'll begin on our backs. Lying on your back with your knees bent. And we'll hug them in to start. Pull the knees close to you. Rock a little side to side. And then let your feet come to the mat. Place your hands on your soft belly, letting your elbows and shoulders fall back and just closing the eyes a moment to feel and register your body in this time and space. Simply noticing what's here, coming as you are to your yoga mat today. Exhaling completely. And through the nose, we'll take our first breath together. Inhaling. Hold the breath at the top. And then through your nose, just let the breath go. Here comes the inhale into your low belly. And let it rise through your ribs and up to the very top of your chest. Little turnaround moment, and then we'll breathe that breath out all the way, slowly and smoothly. The sense now that we are establishing smooth and conscious breathing. Here we go again. How this conscious breathing, just breathing now in your own timing, we're on the exhalation. How this conscious breathing really helps to bring us into the body. Centering our attention and grounding, connecting to the ground, to the earth below. Please wrap both hands around your right knee now or behind it. As we exhale, squeeze the thigh close to your chest. Move it slightly away for inhale. And then for this exhalation, your left leg slides straight out on the mat and we squeeze the right thigh in again. Let's do 2 more breaths here. The left leg stays vigorously straight. The right thigh inhales slightly away and pulls in again on the exhalation. One more time. Lovely. And so this time as we draw the right thigh in close, stay here, squeezing it in. Take that left leg just an inch or 2 off the floor. Keep that vigor. Begin to circle your right foot around the ankle. Right foot circles. Left leg vigorously just above the floor. Reverse the circling. And then let the left leg land. Let the right foot land. And then draw the left foot besides the right foot. Hands on soft belly. Lovely deep breath in. Breathe in, breathe in, breathe in. We're going to hold this breath. Hold the breath, hold the breath, hold the breath, and let the breath go. Lovely. Now please bring your left knee in towards your chest. Hold on to it really close. Squeeze it in as we exhale. The left knee moves away on the inhale. And as we squeeze it in, the right leg slides straight out on the mat with vigor. Right leg stays. Left knee pulses with breath, moving away and drawing in. As we did. Breath and movement, synchronizing our attention. As we draw the left thigh in again, hold it so, raising now the right leg just up off the mat, an inch or two. Keep the vigor in that leg. Circle your left foot around the ankle, so there's a looseness now in the left foot. Reverse that circling. And then on the exhale, the right leg lands, the left foot lands, sliding your right foot in line with your left, but walking your feet to the edges of the mat. So the little toe side and heel line up to the edges of your mat. And let's take the arms wide out from the shoulder, feeling that lovely upper back ease. And this moment, filling up with a lovely breath. On the exhale, both knees, feet tip leftwards, head to the right. Inhale, back to center. And we'll take the knees rightwards, the hips are rolling too, and the head leftwards, as we did. Lovely, easy rolling of buttocks, feet. Welcoming all your attention into your body and loving, accepting your body exactly as it is. Even if you have hurried to get here, now you can settle in while we rock the hips with the breath, side to side, and we'll take it one more each way. Please bring your knees up to center and walk your feet a little closer in. And bring your palms down, tucked slightly underneath your hips. Press the shoulders down and take your both feet off the mat, sending on inhale both legs to vertical to flexed feet. And exhale, simply bend your knees and let your feet flop. They're hanging. Inhaling, extend your legs to straight, flexed feet. Exhaling, bend the knees and your feet flop. Stay with this for one more. Lovely, and then you could stay doing that, or your feet closer to the ground move away and then to vertical. And the exhale is the same, the knees bend and the feet flop. Pushing the feet close to the ground and then up on the inhale. And bending the knees, feet hanging. One to go. Lovely. And as you bend your knees, let your feet land. Feel that moment of your feet on the mat. The softening through the buttocks, the shoulders, the rolling open of your palms. Lovely breaths. Nice, everyone. Let's put the left ankle across the right thigh and cup your head with your hands. Good. And then take that right foot off the floor and draw your legs close to your body on exhale. And move the knees, the legs away on inhale. In this, thread the needle leg position, but the hands are resting and holding the head. Exhale in, inhale away. As you exhale, draw your low belly muscles inwards. 2 to go. As you complete, the right foot lands, the left foot next to it. And simply change sides here. Your right outer ankle lying across your left thigh, and bring it in while exhaling, legs closer to your chest. Move them away, breathing in. A hand pull close with the legs using the core. You're holding your head, that's lovely. The core is doing this. And the one more. Let the feet land on parallel and bring your hands now close to your feet. Arms alongside, feet pressing down, and the long arms and shoulders pressing down to curl your tail up while breathing in. Raise the pelvis up, hips lift, little bridge pose, and exhale, lower back down, keeping your tail tucked until you arrive and land. And we go up again, inhaling, tail lifts first, the spine follows as high as is appropriate today, and then bone by bone, lower back down, and a little releasing at the end of the breath to come up again. Let's do one more of these, dynamic bridge, lifting on inhale, lowering on exhale. And as you land, release those buttock muscles, soften the arms and shoulders. Conscious breath here, lovely deep one. Nice, everyone. Your right foot, place it into your right hand as though you were doing happy baby pose. So you've got your right hand holding the arch of your foot, and if that's not available, you can hold behind your right thigh. The left leg slides straight out on the mat, and the left arm beside your ear overhead. So feel the vigor of your left side, long and straight. Lovely deep breaths. Holding this left side stretch and the right hip, knee, a lunge. Everything stays. We'll just take the left leg just off the floor a couple of inches for 3 more breaths. Feel how the sacrum is grounding. And as you exhale again, bend the left knee so the foot lands flat. Bring your arm back. And now deliver your outer right ankle again to lie across your right thigh. And this time we'll thread the arms through for clasping the left thigh and squeezing in close. So lovely, gentle sacral stretches, low back, warming it all up into the hips we are, into the core, and mostly into the breath. Feeling the depth of your breath, the smoothness of it. One more here. Nice, and let your hands release the left thigh so the foot can land and the right foot beside it, hands on belly, soft shoulders, elbows. For the deep, conscious, low belly breath that rises, that nourishes and calms, and the long, complete exhalation. Please bring your left foot into your left hand, as though we're doing Happy Baby. You make sure your knee is pointing down and your foot is facing up. The right leg straight out on the mat and the right arm next to your head, stretching fingertips to heel as long as you can. And nourish it all with your smooth breaths. We keep the pose, the option now of lifting that right leg a couple of inches off the floor for the next 3 breaths. The right leg is lifting and we're drawing the left leg down with the lunge. Now as you exhale, bend that right knee and place the foot flat on the mat and bring your left outer ankle to lie across your right thigh. Thread the needle pose with the hands now meeting behind the right thigh. Good, and just experience in your own body the feeling of this hip stretch. These moments where we're completely with the body and the breath. And in the quietude, your body may speak to you, may indicate what would feel good to back off or to go a little deeper. Nice, everybody, and release your hands. Right foot lands, the left foot beside it. Hands on your soft belly for that long, slow, deep belly breath. That when you exhale, the weight of the body can sink a little bit more into the mat. Nice. If you've got your block within reach, bring it now between your knees. The middle setting of the block between your knees, as we'll practice bridge pose with the block now being squeezed lightly. It's not actually the knees, it's just below the knees. Arms are near your feet. Tuck your tail under. And now as the hands and feet press down, raise your hips a little higher. And exhale them back down. Adding now on the next one your right arm. Up come the hips, right arm next to your ear, turn your face to the left. A little pause at the top of the breath. Exhale, bring it down. Ready for next one. Inhale, raise the hips and the left arm as we turn to look to the right. A little pause here and lower down. And so as we do a few more, tend your body, Sometimes if we haven't done yoga for a while, you might find a little Charlie horse, a little spasm. Remember, it's perfectly fine to back off a little bit. We're alternating arms in the lift, holding the breath at fullness. Keep the feet grounded completely. The block is there to align the thighs. The feet too ground fully, especially the ball of the feet. Coming now for the last one of this. Great. Keep your block. Ground your feet and raise both arms with the hips. Both arms now overhead. And let's stay here with the arms extended and the hips lifted for exhale. Nice deep breath in right here. Holding your breath a moment, ground your feet. Stay for exhalation. Stay for inhalation. Holding the breath. Stay for exhalation. One more inhalation here. Please hold your breath. Now as we exhale, the arms and the spine come down slowly, the length of the exhale. Tuck your tail, lower the arms, your spine, and let everything land and soften. Taking the block out and tuck it under your sacrum. So the flat block now under your sacrum. So we've got that little lift here under the sacrum. Bring your arms in close. Draw your right knee in and hold that right knee with both hands. And slide the left leg straight. So this move we did earlier, but a little different with the block. A little bit more deeply into the psoas muscle. Breathe deeply. Good. And release the right knee. We're going to bring the left knee in, switching sides. Left thigh close to your chest. Slide the right leg straight. Keep vigor in that leg. And keep that left squeezed in as we breathe. Flowing one breath into the next. Lovely, everyone. Now release that left foot to flat. Slide your right foot beside it. Press your feet down a lot. We're coming up to bridge again, moving the block out of the way, imagining it between the legs, and now clasp either the edges of your mat or your hands under your back, making sure that you've tucked your upper arms under, and we hold now the strength of the bridge. The bridge that takes you from one side to the other. A metaphor for this bridging into the new year and the new beginning. We want to do it right, and at the same time we want to just be who we are, accept ourselves as we are, and becoming healthier and stronger. Can you hold the shape while grounding your feet and feeling the spreading across your ribs and heart? I invite you to stay 2 or 3 more breaths. Vigorous arms. Anytime something is too much, you're going to adjust for yourself. Nice. The palms come to flat, close to your body, so we're going to land on them. Tuck your tail and lower onto your arms, hands, whichever you're landing on, and slide your legs to straight out. Push through both heels. We've got vigorously straight legs. Can you feel your elbows, forearms, and palms? Press them down and draw your shoulders back and see how your chest puffs up a little bit. Even you might puff your chest up a little bit more. This is stage 1 of fish pose. This is a marvelous pose to open your heart space. If you have any kind of neck issue, stay here. The full fish pose, we take the upper back off the floor, lift the chin and look overhead, hanging the head back. Give it a try. If your neck feels safe, you might have a little contact with the upper part of your head on the floor. But the work is in your forearms that give the upward thrust of your chest. Nice, feel that. Nice, vigorous pose. We take 1 more breath in. Hold it, hold it, hold it. And exhale, tuck your chin. Lower down. Free up your hands to rescue your head. Maybe your hair got a little caught. And now, with your head in your hands, raise the head up and look at your feet. Toes are there, looking this way. And take your right leg just up off the floor. Lower it down. Left leg just up off the floor. And lower it down. Either repeat that or draw your belly in and take both legs just up off the floor. The head is lifted. Look at the feet. 3 breaths. Nice, everyone. As you're ready, bring your knees to your chest. Lay your head back down and hug your knees in. Nice big nose inhale and then mouth exhale. Spread your arms wide out from the shoulders. The knees are now directly over your hips. And lift your shin bones so they are parallel to the floor. We begin with an inhale and then we roll the hips leftwards. On exhale, head to the right. Come back to center. We don't need to get there. Exhale to the right. Calming back to center and leftwards. So we're exploring to see how far, how ready your hips, your core could be to go further. And up we come, feet to the mat. Cobbler's pose. Feet together, knees wide, hands on your soft belly. Let's take 2 or 3 lovely centering, rising breaths. Tuning into the reverberations that flow through the body after such a sequence. Now we'll bring the knees in. And let's roll over and make our way to hands and knees. Your blocks at the foot, no, at the top of your mat. Blocks are handy to have. If you don't have, you'll probably be all right. So we're in hands and knees. And we begin our cow-cat, inhaling, chest comes forward, exhaling, tuck tail round your back. Inhaling, arch, draw forward, and exhale, round under. Inhale, arch your back, curl your toes. Let's come up, downward facing dog. If you need to walk back a little bit, do so. And draw your heart space through. Raise your tail and ground your heels, or at least move them downwards. This next sequence can be done from downward dog or from hands and knees, so see what's right for you today. On the inhale, we'll raise the left leg. Exhale, bring the knee to your nose. Take it back again. Inhale that left leg back. Exhale, knee to nose. And one more time. Lovely. Left foot next to right. Let's all bring the knees down a moment. And ease your wrists. Just easing the wrists. And then we'll take downward dog again. Curl the toes, lift on up. Get a lovely feeling of your downward dog with the lifted hips and the long back. And the flow of your breath. With the feet close together or on your knees, the right leg lifts up. Inhale, knee to nose. Exhale. And back we go again. Knee to nose. And knee to nose. Lovely. Bring your right foot next to your left foot. Lower your knees gently down. And let's come down now to the forearms, palms together. Elbows under your shoulders. Looking at the knees under your hips. Please curl your toes and straighten the legs again. Tiptoe forward, chest through. And we're here to breathe. Dolphin pose. And this too, bringing a lot of strength to the upper body and opening into the heart center. Holding a few more breaths, or coming down to rest, to listening to your body. Holding a few more breaths, and then when you're ready, we'll all meet up in child's pose. Take your time to get there. So in child's pose, we can widen the knees to make space to drop deeper. Hands near the feet or supporting your brow. And the upper back, upper body, shoulders. Have a little rest. Nice, everybody. Come back to all fours. As we now, from all fours, maybe using the blocks, raise the right leg up behind, inhale, and exhale, knee to nose. Take the leg up, and this time step that right foot through between your hands, between the blocks. Press down and raise your arms up. Circle them around and exhale back. Good. Lean forward, lunge your hips, raise the arms up. Coming back to vertical and exhale back. Lovely mobility in the hips as we come forward and up and circle back. And one more time. Lovely. And this time we'll let the hands come back to the ground or the blocks. Lovely. And straighten that front leg. Draw your sit bones back. And draw your right sit bone back and dig your heel in. Couple of breaths, feel prana flow here in this hamstring stretch. Good, and we'll bring the right knee next to the left knee to take second side, left leg up behind, knee to nose. It's a sort of, we get a little go at it, and then we'll do it again, and this time step through. Plant the foot and raise your arms up. Circle them in a lovely big broad reach. To reach forward, inhale the arms up. Circle wide and down. Doing great, everyone. Forward and up. And circle wide and down. Hands returning to the blocks, the ground. Straighten the left leg. Sit bone back. Heel digs in. Feel this now. Nice, everyone. And then gently draw that left foot back. This time, we'll take puppy dog shape. So the blocks can go to the side. Walk your hands forward. Keep your butt high. And bow your heart towards the ground. Maybe your brow lands. Your butt stays high, so it's not quite child's pose. It's more in the upper back. See whether your forehead wants to rest or your chin. Breathing into the underarms, the long side body stretch. And from here, walk back to fours. Good, and let's take a downward facing dog. Hands a little forward of the shoulders, curl the toes, and up we come. Feet are close together. Good, take your left leg up high, step the foot through. Now we're in a high lunge. Feel free to use your blocks here on the fingertips or on the blocks with that left knee directly over your left heel. Turn to the left with your arm and your ribs. Back leg strong and straight. On the next exhale, we'll lower down and return to downward dog. And we could take that left leg really high up, way high. And bring your left foot next to the right. Walk it out a little bit. As we now take the right leg high and aim the foot to the front of the mat. Into that high lunge. With the back leg straight, positioning your hands, and we'll have the opening this time to the right. Ribs turn. Nice big rib stretch. Front knees bent, the back heel is off the mat. So if your back leg is further back, you'll go a little deeper in the hips. Yes, yes, that's it. Terrific. Oh, nice, everyone. And come back to three-legged dog. Hand down, and the right leg back and high. Right foot next to left. Inch your toes back a little bit so we can pivot to plank. And back to dog. Strong core. And that's it. Pulsing here, plank on in. Downward dog on out. And then one more to plank. We're going to lower all the way down to the belly. You can put your knees down first. And then slide your elbows under your shoulders so we're in Sphinx pose. That's it. Parallel forearms, Sphinx pose. Heart is lifted. Take a little breather. Nice breaths, deeply coming into the low back. Feel free to stay with your elbows on the ground or a little deeper into the back. Palms pressed down and lift your elbows up off the ground. Avoid hunching your shoulders to take them down. Stretch the legs long. Lovely, everyone. We lower the chest to the mat. We slide the hands back, curl the toes. We're going through plank to downward dog. Feel free to keep your knees down and touch your heels first. And then come back up to downward dog. So perfectly fine to have little safety moments between the poses. From this place with the feet close together, please raise your left leg high and step the foot to the front of the mat. The right foot follows so that we have both feet together, standing forward bend. Bring your hands to your shin bones. Do not have to have straight knees. Lift your heart on inhale and exhale, fold closer to your legs. Now press your feet down so that we can come up to standing tall, arms wide and overhead. And prayer pose at the heart. Feeling this moment. Please step your right foot back and angle the heel and keep your hips squared in this same direction. So we're not as wide as warrior pose. We've got the hands in prayer pose, root through both feet. Widen up come the arms, breathing in. And forward bend, hands to your left shin bone. Halfway up, breath in. Fold over the leg again. And let's come all the way up, arms overhead. To step forward, hands to the heart. Steady your feet as we now take the left foot back. Position that, angled slightly, distributing your weight through the both legs. Inhale the arms widened up. Forward bend. Hands can be on your shin as we extend the heart forward, halfway up. Inhale, fold, exhale. And up we come. All the way overhead with the arms to step forward and prayer pose, hands at the heart. Good. Right foot steps back. Steady your feet. And inhale your arms wide and up. Forward bend. Halfway up, breath in. Exhale, fold. Come up all the way. And step forward. Good, last one. Left foot back. Steady up. Breathe the arms widened up. and a forward bend. Extend your spine halfway up. Exhale, fold. Come up all the way. And step to the front of the mat in prayer pose. Stabilize and feel this moment. So we're standing tall. Breath is flowing. Grounding, even though there might be a little sway in your body. Lovely, everyone. So let's greet the sun with variations. So, feel your feet on the ground. A hand, raise your arms while breathing in, widen up, big heart opening, reaching up, honoring the sun. And then exhale, the heart bows forward. Hands could be on the shins. Inhale to the flat back. Good. Now as you bring your hands to the floor, step your left foot back and lower your left knee. And rise up. So variations. Inhale, heart lifts. On the exhale, the hands go back to the ground, curl your back toe, and take downward facing dog. Right foot steps back. Come to plank on in. And now lower all the way down. To this time, inhale little cobra. Exhale, return. Curl the toes, pushing back through plank to downward dog. Through plank or a little dip to your heels. Nice, smooth, deep breaths here in downward dog. Are you ready? It's the left leg. Take it up behind while breathing in and set that foot to the front of the mat, lowering your right knee. Inhale, rise. And this exhale, as we bring the hands to the ground, step forward. Hands to shin for flat back. Exhale, fold in. And rise all the way up to draw the hands to prayer pose. Here we go again, widen up, inhale the arms, forward bend, halfway up breath in, hands to the mat as we take the right leg back, bringing the knee to the mat. Inhale, rise, arms lift. This is a lovely, glorious movement, honoring the sun. We exhale the hands to the ground to step to downward dog. Plank on in. Lower down on out. Little cobra here. Exhale, return. Curl the toes. Either child's pose through plank will meet up in downward dog. Where we get a little breather. Are you ready? It's going to be the right leg lifting up on in. Step the foot through between the hands. Drop your left knee and rise up with the arms and your heart. This exhale, hands to the mat to step forward. Halfway up, deep breath. Fold deep. Now we rise all the way upright. To prayer pose. To pause. Let's have a little moment to feel the breath. Feel the aliveness. To love this body that can do this. To move. And if you're feeling a little stiff and you haven't done it for a while, let it be okay. Slowly the fluid body is flowing again back to vitality. Exhale to your feet. Inhale, arise with the arms, forward bend. As we did, it's going to be a halfway up. Going to be the left leg that steps back, lowering the knee. And the big breath in, honoring the light out there, and coming to downward facing dog. Plank pose. Lower down. Stay for 2 breaths in little cobra. On the exhale, we lower down, we return in your way to downward dog. Where we get to experience pure breath. The body starting to hum, vibrate from this lovely moving. It is now the left leg again that lifts up and steps forward. Right knee down. Rise. Let this be a lovely big breath in. Exhaling, hands to the mat to step forward. Halfway up. Folding. And coming up all the way. Lovely embrace, bringing it into the heart. Flow through for second side, widen up. Forward bend. Halfway up. Right leg goes back, lower the knee to the mat. And rise. Exhaling to downward dog. Inhaling to plank, lower down. 3 breaths in cobra. Third exhale, we return to downward dog. Where we get to enjoy the 3 breaths here. And it's the right leg that inhales up, steps forward to lower the left knee and to rise. Last one, all the way up. Exhaling, we step forward. Halfway up. Fold in and come up all the way. All the way up to prayer pose. Feel your breath. Feel your energy. We got a little heart rate going. Now we'll practice a balance pose. So standing as you are, at the top of the mat, step into your left foot and cradle your right thigh in your hands. It helps to fix your gaze. You might even circle your right foot to reverse it. And then place that right foot down. Stepping into the right foot, cradle your left thigh in both hands. Try to stay really tall and upright as we do this. Fix your gaze. And sometimes it's a wobbly day, and sometimes you think, I'm never going to be able to do this again. And just let all that go and keep trying. Circling. And as you are done, the foot comes to the mat. Nice, everyone. Feel the 2 feet on the ground. How nice that is. Lovely. Good. And so now let's try tree pose. If you're feeling wobbly and you've got a wall nearby or a little place that you could just hold on, feel free to do that to even get into the pose. And then we can always try to balance without that support. So nearby chair or wall, or maybe you're just going to do it. Bringing your foot up to the inseam of your leg. Hands to prep pose. Feeling all of this. You might raise the arms. Lovely. A hand coming out. So I must tell you that these balance poses seem to be getting harder and harder. And I sometimes notice I avoid them. So use a little help from a friend and keep doing them. So other leg, bring your foot up. Inseam of your leg, knees out wide. Ready to balance. Letting go your support, and just go with your internal navigation. Beautiful, beautiful everyone. Totally worth the risk of trying and coming back to try again. Nice, as you are ready, out we come. And we walk it out. Nice. Oh, lovely. So let's take a wide stance now along the width of your mat. And have a block at the center. The feet are parallel. Good. Hands on hips. Lift tall on inhale, and then the heart leads as we come forward and reach for the block or the ground. Reaching your arms forward and your seat back. And extension through the low back, through the spine. And so all these shapes we've been doing are aligning the spine into optimum flexibility and mobility. Makes life a lot easier when the spine has those qualities. Lovely. Draw the block now under your face, or your hands under your face. Straighten the arms. Sternum forward, tail back. We're twisting now, so one hand stays on the block, and then rotate your trunk and raise that arm up. Take it up, up, up. Breathing as you draw the opposite thigh back. And on an exhale, the hand returns. And we take second side. Nice. The opposite thigh draws back. Sit bones as though they were pressing into a wall. Yes, lovely. Heart opening. Beautiful twist. And lower the hand. Nice. Push the block forward one more time. Draw the hips back. And pull the block back to walk your feet in together. Good. Grounded feet. And roll on up to stand. Standing tall. Feel the moment. It's good to be alive. It's good to sit down too. Let's do that. Sit on your folded blanket with your strap nearby. All right, so straighten your right leg and bring your left heel in. We sit on the blankie just so we get a good pelvic tilt. Lovely. Sitting upright. The opposite arm lifts high. Breathe it long. Inhale. And then reach across your leg a little bit, as far as you can. Good. Come up again. Inhale. We get another go at it. Exhale. Come forward. Really nice to see you're doing opposite arm. Lovely. Come up again. This time we'll reach and hold on to something. It might be your foot or your ankle. Bring your other hand in as well. Then inhale. Lift your heart over the leg. And then as you draw your belly in, reach your heart forward and lie closer over the leg. And we're going to soften here, letting all the effort go. Tolerating the hamstring stretch, let's rather say welcoming the hamstring stretch. We'll do a little pranayama here, which is the square breath. And it goes like this. Inhale. Hold the breath. Exhale. You might find you're dropping a little bit now. Hold on empty. Good, one more time. Inhale. Hold the breath. Exhale. Even let your torso fall forward a little bit with this exhale, and we rest and we soften even more on the empty of breath. Nice. If your back feels vulnerable, walk your hands up your leg. Otherwise, draw your core muscles in, draw your belly in, and raise both arms up. And lower the arms and bring that bent knee to the up place, stepping it over your straight leg. Your opposite arm holds that up knee, could be the wrist or the elbow. Grow tall and turn away. Turning away from that opposite arm, you're turning in the direction of your bent knee. And that hand can help prop you up to vertical and square the chest now in this direction, squaring your shoulders. Which means the sit bones are squared the way the mat is, and the upper body is rotating almost to a right angle. And then we'll let the head turn back over the shoulder of the holding arm. Yeah, nice and melt, soften, coming out, winding back. And switch legs. So you'll have your left leg straight, the right knee bent, heel close to the groin. Sitting all the way on the top of your sit bones, and raise your right arm up. Opposite arm lifts. Exhale, reach across your leg. Let's go. One. Coming up again, get long. And exhale, two, forward. And one more. And this time we hold what we can. Bring the other hand in. Lift your heart. Now fold over that leg, finding where you could be a little bit without strain, without effort, without pulling. Coming into the allowing place. Exhaling completely, and we'll come into the 2 rounds of the square breath. So breathing in, your heart might lift naturally. hold the full breath. Exhale. You might find yourself folding a little deeper. And on the empty, can you soften your body? Ready to inhale, the heart will lift. Hold the breath. There's a quality of lengthening here. The exhale it goes, and we fold a little deeper. Let gravity do it. Rest in the empty moment. Lovely. Ready to come up, you'll either walk your hands up your leg or strong in your core, raise your arms and come up. A hand, release. Lovely. It's so important to listen to your body. Up comes that knee, step the foot over the straight leg. Locate both sit bones equally on your mat and then pull up from there, hooking either your opposite elbow or wrist around that knee, tall and turning away. Good. It's to your right, squaring your shoulders towards that right, rooting the sit bones. All of that bringing a lovely rotation, spiraling action, aligning the spine for greater flexibility. The final part is turning the head to the left. Good. And release the pose. Nice. Cobbler's pose. Soles of the feet match up. Have them a little bit further away, so we've got a little diamond shape here. Lift your heart, breathing in, and then let your heart come through the shoulders, not so much the chin, and then let your hands slide to a doable place as we again come into the allowing of the head to drop, the alignment of the spine along the midline, no longer spiraled, softening forward. Bring your breath to your low back. And make your way up. Good, everyone. Now we get to lie down. Hug your knees in and come to lying down. So yes, good time to get socks on. It's a little hug in of your legs, a little rock side to side. Getting as comfy as you can, with your legs supported on the ground or with a bolster. Arranging your legs equidistant from the midline of your body. And the feeling of falling away each side. Each side just falling away. Deeply at rest on the mat. The body releases into the mat. Heavy limbs. softened upper body, and the natural draw of gravity to hold you. You might feel the streaming inner movement of your body. Letting yourself drop into a deep, relaxed place. The feeling of your breath again in awareness. The feeling of your whole body. What is your feeling state right now? And begin to awaken very gently with a little moving of the hands and the feet. To roll your head and to come onto your right side. It's a lovely way to complete the practice. We linger here a moment. We linger on the curled up right side position to welcome gratitude. So grateful for this moment, for this feeling, for this aliveness. Alive and yet so calm. The beautiful gift of yoga and your practice. When you're ready, come on up to sit. And then we'll close with one more lovely stretch of the arms into prayer pose. Namaste, beautiful yogis. Thank you so much for coming.